This is going to be a video outside of my stereotypical videos. I've actually had a couple of requests for this type of video, and I have been covering these subject matters in very small amounts of videos, but I seem to have gotten actually some people reached out to me and asked me to comment with my opinion of what's going on. Well, I don't have much of an opinion, and please stick around because I'll get to the meat and potatoes of it. I don't have much of an opinion. I can only state facts. And some of you watching me may or may not know I was a car hauler. I used to haul cars, and slowly but surely I started watching a lot of the used cars at the auctions and stuff. They are shipped overseas, Middle East, Africa, bunch of different places. But anyways, from time to time, guys, I like to get outdoors because it's always good to exercise your certain skill sets. But back to the subject, I went from that to hauling food. This is a reefer unit you find on semi trucks. There's my video proof I'm willing to give up on that. But now let's cover the subject requested: food shortages. I have tons of footage. I could do this all across America. Here you have seafood wiped out. You have meat wiped out. This is some of these are Walmarts. Some stores you may or may not be familiar with, like Myers, Aldi's. Some of you may have those in your local areas. Of course, I even got footage of HEBs. Some people will say there's no food shortages, they have no problems in their areas, and some people will say there's massive food shortages in their areas, and some people will say just some things missing. But the truth of the matter is there is a intentional food shortage, and I will get to that at the end of my video. And please stick around because I'm thinking about going in this direction, guys. I'm going to give you tips. I'm going to show you things going on across America. If you're interested in this kind of thing, please leave a comment down below and let me know you are interested in seeing it. And I'll probably cover these kind of subjects if that's for you. But anyways, first of all, I'm going to be covering myths and debunking a lot of things these people that call themselves preppers say. See all this food here, guys? I notice like a lot of people grab this stuff and they cook it. If you're a guy, you want to stay away from this garbage. All this packaged food, you want to stay away from it. It's loaded with estrogen. You can look this up. You don't have to believe me, but this stuff is literally like having a sex change, guys. The amount of estrogen a lot of these packaged foods are packing with BPAs and crap, you literally want to stay away from it. But meats, here you go. See, they have some. Price of meat has went up. You can either afford it or you can't. I mean, I'm not going to go into that subject. But I recommend if you live in a city and you own your own place, or you have quite a bit of money invested in it, try finding yourself 5 acres for about 15 grand. Putting yourself up something small and fast where you own it, and bring yourself in some farm animals and start learning. Because if you want to eat meat, you want to eat certain foods, you're going to have to do that. These canned meats right here, the Keystone, I've gotten those and I've had a problem with them. The lids on top, they start popping. Bloop, 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 bloop. They don't store all that great. Some people have had luck with them, but here you go. Completely wiped out. The entire section. See? More entire sections completely wiped out. I want you guys to know that all of this is intentional. There is no trucker shortage. That's a myth. Ask any truck driver. They can't find where to park at night, or sometimes even in the middle of the day. There's so many trucks out here, it's insane. But it is actually intentional, guys, and I'm going to cover that in the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoy the footage, for those of you that were asking. But some places, for example, like this, it has meat, right? But look how they have it spread out. It's just spread out there so it looks like it's a lot, you know. But for this big city, it's not a lot, guys. Trust me. This is a major city. In my hometown, this would be wiped out. Canned goods are okay, guys. But if the power goes out, you need to keep in mind that heat destroys these canned goods. It does the same thing to MREs. MREs are packaged and processed the same way canned goods are. And if you don't have some way to keep your canned goods cool, and you live in the Arizona heat, Texas heat, shoot, even some places like Tennessee and Arkansas where it gets so hot and humid, your food can go bad in a couple of months, guys. So keep that in mind. I notice no preppers talking about that whatsoever. They just say stack it to the rafters, get canned goods. And you got to keep heat and the fact that you may have a power outage in mind, guys. I'm just showing you guys random shelves. As you see, some places are stocked. A lot of places are not. They're just wiped out on a lot of things. Excuse the noise in the microphone. I'm actually outdoors. But I'm thinking about going in a direction because I've noticed a lot of people commenting on these prepping channels. I watch them for solely entertainment value. But a lot of people are worried about marauders. A lot of people are worried about different things. Look at the chicken, guys. It's just wiped out. They do have, I've noticed this, chicken shortage is a big thing. They're talking about some kind of chicken sickness going around. Gotta be careful. Well, I can say it because I'm not monetized. Chicken flu going around. So there may end up with high egg prices. You may end up with high chicken prices. I notice in a lot of these places, they will stack pizza like out the wazoo, frozen pizzas to fill up these coolers. Walmart will even bring in Sam's Club pizzas to stack in these things. But as you can see, there is some shortages. Some places have things, some places do not have things. These are all different states, all different cities, folks. This is just a 4-day course of video from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana. I got Walmart, Myers, Aldi's, but most stereotypical places most people would be familiar with. Look at this, guys. Just wiped out. It's kind of insane. And all this is really intentional. It really is. See, when it boils down to it, people are going to sell their soul for a chicken wing. Literally. There'll be people selling out. But here we go. Look at this. This is something I highly noticed. Fake meat everywhere. They didn't have a shortage of this fake meat. Wherever this is sold, meat could be low, and this crap is coming out the wazoo. If you're in the U.S., I know a lot of you have seen this. I've actually seen some pretty intelligent people commenting on how there's meat shortages, but this crap is coming out the wazoo, and they don't know why. Well, there's a big reason for that. A big reason. But here's something you guys need to take a look at. This is called a Sparrow's Lock Pick Set. I'm not affiliated with them, but you should get familiar with them because you never know what you might need this for. And I'm going to leave that subject at that, but it's something that as a prepper you should have in your arsenal. But here we go. Fake meat battle spreads to more states. See, they're instilling new laws, guys. They want to do away with meat. They want to put kill switches in your cars. This is about control, folks. You control people through their stomachs. You control people through psychological warfare by changing their train of thought. You can control people, just think about it. You don't do what you're told. You post something you aren't supposed to on social media. Flip a switch. Flip a switch. They're no longer allowed to drive. They're no longer allowed to go to work. See, this is the reason behind it all. The true secret behind it is go out and get a new car. Well, look at that. Every new car is going to have one. So keep that in mind, folks. If you got an old one, work on it. Don't let it go. If you want to eat meat, start finding a way to grow it yourself or raise it yourself. But I will continue these types of videos if you're interested and I get enough comments in the comment section down below. I will also give you tips and tricks for marauders. If you're a prepper and you're worried about that, if you're elderly and you're worried about that, if that's one of your concerns, I can show you tips and tricks marauders will use to get your stuff. Comment down below, leave a like, share, comment, and I'll let you guys go for now.